Hello everyone and welcome to Dave Plays Star Control 2, the Ur-Quan Masters. Now, as you might have guessed, this game is a sequel to a game called Star Control, but you don't need to know anything about the first game to enjoy the second game. All of the backstory that you need to know will be told to you in the game. So, here we go. The Interstellar Fungi League presents the Ur-Quan Masters, based on the source code of Star Control 2. Yes, this is a free game. The developers have released this source code for a free download, and there's a link in the description for where you can get it. But they had to change the name because the publishers still have the rights to Star Control, the name. So here's the story. There were many great battles. Earth and her partners in the alliance of 3 stars against the evil Ur-Quan and its hierarchy of battle thralls. And the Ur-Quan were winning. Meanwhile, on the edge of the known frontier, an amazing discovery was made far beneath the surface of an unexplored alien world. A huge underground city, filled with the technological wonders of an advanced alien race, the Precursors, who vanished 1,000 centuries ago. But then, the main Ur-Quan fleet broke through the Alliance's defensive line, isolating the planet, stranding the scientists 100 light years away from Earth. They waited hopefully for a rescue vessel, which never came. "20 years have passed. We, the survivors of the research mission, have colonized this world. We continued our investigation of the underground city, and we have discovered its purpose. It is a factory. A factory for building starships. But there aren't enough materials to make a complete vessel. We can only finish the skeleton of 1 starship. But that must be enough, because you must captain the vessel and return to Earth. To travel the great distance, you must push through into hyperspace. Find out what has happened over these many years. Tell Earth of our plight. And if the war with the Ur-Quan still rages, fight for Earth and the Alliance as well as you can. So here we are at the start of the game. This is the game screen, split up into several sections. At the top you can see the name of the star system we're currently at, and a pair of coordinates, which is where it is on the galactic map. And in the main screen is where you control your ships. You can see the ship at the edge of the solar system. I'm just flying it in now towards Earth. And on the right hand side you've got your name, which in the original game you could change, but in this game you can't. You are going to be Captain Zelnick, whether you like it or not, and your ship is going to be called the Vindicator. And then you've got the status screen of the Vindicator, how much fuel it's got, how much crew it has, which is the life bar in this game, your crew. You've got your fleet next to you, which is the 1 ship there, and you've got the date. And now, we're at Earth, and something has arrived.
Attention, interloper. Heed this recorded message. This drone vessel speaks with the voice and authority of Ur-Quan. You are trespassing within Ur-Quan space. This world, Earth, may not be approached for any reason, nor will hostilities against our orbital platform be tolerated. In addition, your ship does not respond to standard hierarchy identification transmissions, and is therefore deemed to be independent. This is not permissible. Only subservience shall be tolerated. This drone now leaves to inform the Ur-Quan of your transgressions. You are commanded to remain here and await the arrival of the Ur-Quan. Disobedience will be punished.
So, they were the Ur-Quan, and they are some very friendly people here. But, as you might guess, their presence suggests that the old war did not go well for Earth. And as you can see here, when we get to Earth, it's got a big glowing red shield around it, and if we try to scan it, as we can see in our little menu on the bottom right, if we try to scan it, we can't, nothing happens. So, we will not be able to go to Earth, so we'll come back and... well, I'll show you these things first. This is the star map. You can see here the cursor in the bottom left is where we are. We can move it around... well, we can't move it around in this screen, but you can see the star map. The circle around us is how far we can get with the fuel we currently have, and all the little dots are stars, and the different colours are depending on how big the star is. So, see, at the moment we've only got 10 fuel, we can't get very far on that. Now, that's how you... yes, you can move it around. I'm using the wrong keys, and you can see how much fuel on the right hand side. You can see how much fuel it takes to get anywhere, and when you go over the star, that one is Beta Wolf. It tells you what the star is. So we're not going to do anything with that. How do I get out of here? No. Yes, that's how you get out of there. Manifest, you can see how much cargo you have, which is nothing at the moment. So we have 500 free space. These are the different types of cargo you can collect. Different ones are more valuable than other ones. Got devices, we don't have any of that. Roster, we can see the one ship in our fleet has its full 18 crew. And our... yes, we can't do anything with that. And exit the menu, game menu, save game, etc, etc. Navigate takes us back out here. So we can't do anything on Earth, so we'll go and visit the space station they've got here.
Attention unidentified space vessel. I am Starbase Commander Hayes of the slave planet Earth. Our hyperwave broadcast is extremely weak. Situation critical. Energy cores exhausted. Scanners and deep radar are non-functional. We cannot identify your vessel. Are you the scheduled hierarchy resupply ship? Repeat. Are you the resupply vessel?
Now this is our conversation screen. We've got these options here. The captain is not voiced, just all the other people. So, slave planet, that's not something we... that sounds good. It's not something that sounds good. So, slave planet, hierarchy resupply vessel. What is going on here?
Look, I don't know who you are or why you're here, but right now the only thing I'm worried about is saving the lives of 1,900 men and women aboard this starbase, and right now you're our only hope. I can't keep the transmitter on too much longer. We need the power for heat and air, so if you don't have any radioactives on board your vessel, please get some and bring them back here before it's too late.
Okay, where can we find the radioactive elements that you need?
The fastest way to get radioactives in this system would be to land on Mercury and scour the surface for deposits of radioactive elements. But be careful. Mercury's a pretty inhospitable place. Watch out for earthquakes and those high temperature areas.
We will leave now to find the elements you require.
Thanks, I'll make sure to mention this the next time I talk with our masters. I'm sure they will reward you.
So, now we have a mission. Now you'll notice there was nothing in our menus for missions, and that is because they don't show up. When people tell you things, you have to remember them because you're not going to get reminded. So, if you play this game, it pays to have a piece of paper and a pencil to write things down with. So, our mission, go to Mercury, pick up some radioactive elements and bring them back to the starbase. So here we are at Mercury. We scan it. Got 3 kinds of scan here: mineral, energy, biological. An auto scan will do all 3. There's our minerals, there's the energy scan, there's the biological scan. So there's nothing here but minerals. They're all different colours. The radioactive ones are the orange, or possibly the red. I think it's the orange ones that are radioactive. Yellow ones are precious metals like gold, and the grey ones are fairly common things like iron. So now that we've scanned it, we can dispatch our shuttle there, and we can land it wherever we want. So sensible place to land it is close to where we want to pick the things up. Here it goes, and you can see there's fire, earthquakes. Don't want to go anywhere near them, otherwise people will die. So we're going to pick up some radioactive elements. You can see in the bottom left we're filling up our things, our craft, and once we've filled it up, I'm going to take off back to the ship. You can see there's plenty more on Mercury to pick up, but I'm not going to pick it up now. A lot of this resource gathering I won't record because it's going to be quite repetitive and boring, but if it's an interesting planet or something that's plot relevant, I will show it to you. So for now, we're going to exit that menu and navigate away from Mercury, come back to Earth and give the radioactives to the commander. Now you can see here the ship is at the moment quite slow and turns really slowly as well. Later on in the game we are able to upgrade the ship, make it faster, give it better weapons, etc, etc, but not right now. First we need to actually get some allies, people who can do that for us, and Starbase will be the first one of those.
Did you find any radioactive elements for our power cores?
We are ready to transfer radioactives.
We're initiating transfer of radioactives, Captain. Now, as soon as our engineers can refit the energy cores... There, that's much better. Power ratings are climbing. Life support is coming back into the green. Deep radar systems and sensors are now online, and I can scan your vessel. What the hell kind of ship is that? Just who are you, Captain?
So, I will explain who I am. I am Captain Zelnick of the Starship Vindicator, and we are the survivors of a Star Control science research team to the Vela star system.
Star Control science mission, huh? Captain, I served as a Star Control officer during the war aboard several cruisers in the Corward Front. And if there'd been any scientific mission to Vela, I would have heard about it.
The mission was highly secret.
You know, come to think of it, there were some rumors that Corridor 9, the Special Operations Division of Star Control, was directing some hush-hush operation near Androsynth Space. The Vela star system, yes, that would be the right direction. So, Captain, if you say it's true, how do you explain that huge alien starship you're flying? And why are you here? What do you want from us?
We have returned to Earth to give you the technological secrets of the precursors and to help you fight the hierarchy. Yes, we're going to be some good guys here.
Fight the Ur-Quan. Win back our freedom. I remember having such thoughts myself once, long time ago. That was in the first years after the defeat, when it was still terrifying to look up and see the bloody glow of the pulsating slave shield overhead. Though day and night we gazed up at the impenetrable wall as though the sheer power of our hatred would pull it down. But over the years, I spent so much of my time struggling, down on the surface, under the shield, and then later up here trying to keep the station alive, that I'd forgotten what it means to be free, to hate our Ur-Quan masters. And now here you are, in an alien ship of unknown power, offering me your assistance to fight against the hierarchy again after all these years. Captain, your offer is intriguing. It's tempting to think that with your advanced precursor technology, we can somehow crack the Earth's slave shield and reassemble the Alliance to attack the hierarchy. And this time, win the damn war. Consider the consequences if you should fail. The Ur-Quan won't just punish us here on the station, they'll exact a gruesome retribution on the surface below as well. Before I commit this station to helping you attack the Ur-Quan and accepting the risk of annihilation if we are defeated, I have to make sure that you and your ship have what it takes to oppose the hierarchy. I'll make you a deal. If you can eliminate the alien base on the moon and get rid of that threat at least, I will seriously consider your offer.
So what details can you give us about the base on the moon?
After the Ur-Quan erected the slave shield around the Earth and established this space station, they decided to leave a contingent of combat ships close to the Earth to keep watch on our planet and confirm that they were obeying the Ur-Quan slave laws. I'm certain they're still out there on the surface of the moon because we can pick up a constant stream of alien broadcasts.
So we shall go now and neutralize the base.
Be careful, Captain. There are probably a dozen Spathia looters and Ilrath Avengers down there on the lunar surface. I don't know why they haven't come after you yet, but when they do, you'd better have your weapons armed and your thrusters burning hot.
So, he will ally with us if we can convince him that we have a chance of winning by clearing out the base on the moon.